What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. Hope you're all having yourselves a great week. Eagles football is so close, I can almost taste it. But we got some Chiefs Lions tonight. This is going to be coming out right before that game. This is the third video. Hopefully you're able to catch the injury report, the practice squad moves that were made. But we're here to talk about the top 10 matchups for the Eagles-Patriots game this Sunday. Would love to hear your thoughts on this one. This is going to be a barn burner, baby. What better way to start the Eagles dynasty than taking down the former dynasty, the New England Patriots? So we're going to talk about all that tonight. We're going to get into these top 10. Got an honorable mention with me. So we're going to jump right into it. But thank you all for tuning in. This is not live again. So I'd love to hear your comments down below, what you guys think of these matchups. If you got a better one, you have something else in mind, love to hear it. But let's jump right into this. And honorable mention, have to throw this in here. Marcus effing Jones. I've talked about him if you guys caught Behind Enemy Lines on Tuesday, checking out everything about the New England Patriots, their off-season moves, all the things you need to know. But we talked about this little guy. He is an all-pro returner, averaged 23.9 yards per kick return, 12.5 yards per punt return. Those are both pretty damn good. And he had one touchdown punt return. So, look, the kid's pretty effing good. So our gunners, whoever they're going to be, I picked out Josh Jobe here. I think he could be a special team star this season with Zach McPherson out and Sean Bradley as well. So we're going to need some other guys to step it up, Patrick Johnson, whoever else. But Josh Jobe's who I picked. I really love to see him make some big tackles here in this game. But got to shut down Marcus Jones. Expect the Eagles to score a bunch. So you're going to have to kick it out of the end zone here, ladies and gentlemen. But that was the honorable mention. Let's get into the top 10 here. I'm starting it off with Mac Jones because I'm not afraid of Mac Jones. Last year, 65.2% completion percentage there. And I think that, that was worse than his rookie year. So regressing there, 14 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Time for Reed Blankenship to head the back end of this defense. He's going to be trying to hit his tight ends and things. And the way this match zone defense is going to work, linebackers will be getting work against tight ends, but so will Reed. And wanted to put Reed here because this is his chance to step it up at that back end. I saw him when he got thrown into the fire. I was at that game against the Packers where Aaron Rodgers was picked off by Reed Blankenship. So go out there, get yourself some interceptions, show these people you and Sidney Brown are the future here at safety. Now, number 9, oh yeah, give me some DeAndre Swift. Now, I think the entire run game we're obviously going to want to try to use here because, obviously that's part of our game. But, dude, DeAndre Swift, I think, the Patriots have a better run D. So what we need to do is obviously still pound the rock, but maybe you're going to see what we've talked about all damn offseason, using DeAndre Swift in the pass game. So we're going to see not only how their linebackers do, but a guy like Kyle Duggar, maybe he will be responsible for watching Swift because Swift will be doing all kinds of things. Maybe it's Phillips, whoever it is. Jabril Peppers is there, Jalen Mills. They're going to have to use all they can. We've got weapons galore. So first weapon you're seeing here is DeAndre Swift. Now, still think Kenny G and Rashad Penny are going to get there. Is excited to see what they do in this game. But I wanted to talk about Swift because I think that because of their good run D, you could see him in there a lot, catching some passes, the RPOs, all that great stuff. So really excited to see DeAndre Swift here, and I can't wait to see that matchup. Now up next, the reason this one is at number 8 and not higher is because, I think this is going to be an all-out slaughter, and I think that we all know how I feel about this defense. I love it, and I think people are going to get on board this season. Sean Desai is going to do things much better than Jonathan Gannon did, and you talk about Reddick and Sweat and Graham, what they were able to do last year. Reddick had 16 sacks. Sweat had 11. So did Brandon Graham. You had Fletcher Cox with 7. Milton Williams with 4. Hargrave had 11 as well. But we're the first team in NFL history with 4 players over 10-plus sacks. And we talked about, those 3 had 11, and the other one had 16. So pretty wild there. And, we're third in NFL history with 70 sacks. I think we could beat it this year. And we're going to start it off. Trent Brown and I'm guessing Calvin Anderson, Vidarian Love, maybe, because they just put Riley Reiff on the IR there, and they were already struggling there, man. They had Connor McDermott. He's on IR as well. He played right tackle for them last year. So a couple options out there, and they gave up 7.1 sacks per game last season. I think it's time for this Eagles team to go out feast. I told you in the earlier shows, put your money on 5+ sacks. I think this Eagles team is headhunting here, and I cannot wait to see it. But with Graham and Smith as the rotational pieces with Reddick and Sweat, oh my God, I can't wait to see what these guys do. And, they pair them up differently. I'm excited about this defense. Now, at number 7, I've got Dallas Goedert here, and we've talked about this. Look, missed 5 games last season, only, played in 12, started all of them. But he had 702 yards, 3 touchdowns, 12.8 yards per catch, and 58.5 yards per game. And that's with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith here. So you know how important he is to this offense. And Adrian Phillips, that's a nice jack of all trades there for Bill Belichick and this Patriots defense. They like to use him all over the place. He lines up kind of that dime backer that we talk about. Rather than having a second linebacker, you kind of have that safety guy lining up there. More, better for coverage. So we talk about Terrell Edmonds, Sidney Brown, Justin Evans doing that for the Eagles. Well, that is something you could see from Adrian Phillips. And I think, he's going to have some responsibility again. You've got Duggar and Peppers and, you got Juwan Bentley as a middle linebacker. There's going to be a lot of people responsible. It's not just as easy as one-on-one, but for the purpose of the show, that's why we do it. But excited to see that one. Now at number 6, this is going to be an intriguing one. Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki, and look, Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki, they're decent, but they're big dudes. And, Nakobe Dean, obviously getting the green dot, getting the start now with Edwards and Kaiser White gone, but he's only like 5'11". He's a little guy. So you want to really see how he does against these bigger tight ends. And I think, Christian Ellis or maybe those safeties I just mentioned could be obviously responsible for helping there as well. But Kobe Dean is going to have some responsibility there, and I'm going to be intrigued to see if they try to attack that. So, Nakobe, I'm hoping the best for you, young man. Confident that you will do well. But that was 10-6. Let me know how you feel about those ones. The top 5 coming up. Whoo, baby! I am quite excited about this game. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the Eagles are going to come out here, smack them directly in the mouth, and so we've been talking about all off season, and that's how you get a dynasty started here. So let's talk about numbers 5 through 1 now. And again, I just try to look at these from level of importance, and some of the lower ones, like I'm really excited about, but I think that it's not much of a matchup here. And you'll see, like here, I kind of have the harder ones, but then at number 1, you're like, wait, what? So take it all with a grain of salt here, but love to hear your thoughts on this. Let's jump into it, though. Top 5. Number 5 here. We've got the interior big boys on each side going against each other. Patriots offense, the guards in the center there, and Strange on Wenyu, and then Andrews the center. And then you've got Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Milton Williams, Fletcher Cox. Oh, my God. I cannot stress enough. And we talk about last year. It was 11, 7, and 4 sacks from the top 3 defensive tackles. Oh, my God. And you add Jalen Carter. And, we talk about Hargrave. Love the dude. He was a great pass rusher, but he could not stop the run to save his life. So, yeah, we're excited about sacks. I know a lot of people want to watch the stats, but to me, we need to be able to not only be the number 1 pass defense again this year, but we need to be able to stop that run. And obviously these big boys, allowing the edge rushers, to do their thing, get after Mac Jones, less time here. That'll be great. But shutting down the run, man, and Jordan Davis staying healthy, going to be huge. And I think they can definitely go. On Wenyu's pretty good, but Strange has had his issues. Andrews is an okay veteran, but I think we're going to demolish them inside. And if you can do that, and you are, creating that pressure off the edge, our edge rushers can tackle too. So you've got to make things hard for someone like Ramondre Stevenson and Ezekiel Elliott here. And, a lot of excitement for Ramondre. Had over 1,000 rush yards last year, 5 rushing touchdowns, 421 receiving yards and a touchdown. So he can get you in a plethora of ways here. So if we try to shut down the run, you're going to have to watch him in the pass game, and Zeke can catch the ball too. But Zach Cunningham, the reason he was brought in here and what we talked about, you remember, we talked about him weeks before we signed him. This dude was a tackling machine, led the league in tackles just a couple years ago. I know he's a little bit older, but that is what he's here for. You want some coverage downs, then Dean and Ellis, and then those safeties we talked about. Those are more of the guys I want. Cunningham, not really in coverage here, but he is here to help stop the run. And week 1, it's going to be very important against these two backs. So excited to see how Zach Cunningham holds up. Hopefully he stays healthy. Love the dude, so excited there. Now we're getting into the top 3, baby. And this one's going to be very intriguing to watch because Matthew Judon, a lot of the times they have him lined up on the left side going up against right tackles. That's just most of the time, but defenses, they can do whatever the hell they want, especially in times like this. So Lane Johnson's on the right side. Do you really want to waste your edge rusher, your top guy, on Lane Johnson? Because Lane Johnson hasn't given up a sack in over 2 years. So just saying, man, Matthew Judon could be lining up against Mailata, and we did struggle at times, against the pass rush. So Mailata hopefully got his things together this offseason, and look, we got to shut down Matthew Judon. He had 15 and a half sacks last season, 14 tackles for a loss, so we need to shut him down, and luckily, we've got the Twin Towers to do it. So come get some, Judon. Whether you're going after Mailata or Johnson, we will be ready. Not to say that Guy and Wise, some other guys they have, can't, create pressure. But Matthew Judon got paid for a reason. Now at number 2, this is going to be heavyweight battle. And if you caught the injury report earlier today, if you didn't, go check it out. But I'll let you know a little secret. Jack Jones was limited yesterday, and today did not practice. So not great news for them. A starting corner, obviously, against a team like the Eagles. Oh, boy. And you've got Christian Gonzalez, who you drafted. That's great. And then Jonathan Jones there, who I really like. But we've got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, and Olamide Zaccheaus. So you can see here, man, I think Brown and Smith, they're going to have good games. I don't give a damn how good those other corners are. I think, Gonzalez is about to get sunned into the NFL, so best of luck to you. But I think Quez Watkins and Olamide Zaccheaus, because, of all the attention Brown, Smith, and Goedert will get, and the running backs at Jalen Hurts, it's about time we have some backup receivers that do some things. And, Quez, he definitely had a down year. He did okay, but the times he did bad really stood out. So you want to see him progress, get better, but you brought in a guy like Olamide, who I love. He's versatile. You can play inside, outside, sure-handed, help us in the return game. So very excited to see him in there, but you've got a vertical guy in Watkins and a chain mover in Zaccheaus. So I think those guys need to step it up. But just all around, the receivers versus the corners is going to be really fun to watch. And, if Jack Jones can't go, they have Jalen Mills there. I'm sure Jonathan Jones would kick outside and Mills could play inside, or Peppers could be used. I mean, they've got a plethora of pieces. If you missed behind enemy lines, go check it out. It's got their depth chart, all the injury stuff, everything you need to know. But number 1, let's go, baby. QB1, him, Jalen effing Hurts. And let me tell you how much I enjoy seeing all the praise this dude is getting. You remember last year when I said I cannot wait for this moment when the praise is coming. Everyone is, bowing down to this dude. You remember last year it was can't develop. Dude's never going to be anything. He doesn't work hard. He's a thug. All the things you were hearing. And I'd like to punch Dan Sileo in the face for that one. But anyways, you see Jalen Hurts is truly, MVP runner-up, all-pro quarterback. He was great. And he was the first quarterback to have a top 5 passer rating and have 10 rushing touchdowns. He's also the first guy to have over a 100 passer rating in those 10 rushing touchdowns. So pretty impressive. He had over 3,700 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, like 760 rushing yards, and I believe it was 13 touchdowns there. So 35 total touchdowns. How the hell do you stop that? Especially after I just showed you all the weapons that come with this toy here. So, you got the deluxe pack here. Best of luck, Bill Belichick. But Bill Belichick is a very, very smart man. So what is he going to do? A lot of the times we talk about these other teams, maybe trying to spy Jalen Hurts, do things like that. Look, I think they have a perfect piece there. And not to say that Juwan Bentley, I think he's one of the better players. I wanted to put him on this top 10, but, I went with some safeties and some other things. But I think Juwan Bentley, very underrated here. I think he could definitely be of service. But I wanted to put Marte Mapu here because we talked about him pre-draft, and his athleticism, just that kind of, yeah, he's a linebacker, but he can play safety. He's just fast as hell. He's got good coverage, and now he needs to be coached up and put that all together into something. But, you know, he's got the skill set. That's what's important. He's there with Bill Belichick. So, hey, I don't think it could be such a bad thing, but I'm intrigued to see how they try to shut him down. And I'm intrigued to see if it is Marte that you see here or what they try to do. But Jalen Hurts is about to come out. You saw, Bill Belichick, whatever the hell he was saying about, we're going to try to shut him down. But yeah, best of luck. We all know you want to shut down Jalen Hurts. The guy that can't develop, it isn't good. Yeah. About to be MVP, Super Bowl champion. Just mark it down. I'm telling you, this is the beginning of the dynasty. Not only do we win the Super Bowl this season, I can't wait to come back to this clip, because we're building a dynasty, and it's all going to begin by beating Bill Belichick and the former dynasty of the NFL, the New England Patriots. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were able to check out all of the videos from throughout the day. Hope you're ready for some football tonight. I know it's not Eagles, but it's still football, so it gets me excited. 3 days away, baby. Oh, yeah. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'll have the game status report, who's questionable, out, all that stuff, the updated depth chart for both teams. And then it's Fan Friday. So I will be live tomorrow talking about anything and everything with you guys. Then Saturday, practice squad elevations, all that. And then we're having the roster comparison, which is also live on Saturday nights. So if you got something from this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. You can always subscribe down below. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!